Well, we're just a few months away from the election, and Barack Obama is doing the interviews that I think everybody wants to hear and see. He just did
he is.
he just did an interview with KOB-FM in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he was they put him on the hot seat. They put him
through the ringer.
Yeah, here he is.
Is he going to be accessible for questions other than to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight?
I wouldn't assume that if he's in a local market that the reporter's questions will be any less serious.
Hello?
And that's true. Listen to this.
Hello,
Hey.
Mr. President.
How's it going, guys?
Our big question is red or green?
Red. Although every once in a while, green is solid.
What's your favorite New Mexican food?
Now, if we were to visit Chicago, what would you recommend if I wanted to go eat some really good soul food?
Mr. President, I wanted to know, we're a pop music station. What's your favorite song to work out to?
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I think the whole flying thing is pretty good.
Me too. We have something in common.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat just kind of swooping around.
Mr. President, I know your real favorite song has got to be Call Me Maybe. You could tell us. It's okay.
Well, Mr. President, we appreciate you calling in.
We have a dinner date now, remember?
Take care.
All right.
I just flirted with the President of the United States of America.
Oh, boy.
I don't even know where to begin. That had been described for me, but I had not.
Yeah, you can't
heard
appreciate it until you actually hear it, and it's wonderfully edited.
I
form.
don't think that
Beautiful.
I've
It's
ever.
a hard hitting.
It makes me as a radio person want to kill
Yeah,
myself.
it's embarrassing.
Wants me just. I
my
just want
gosh.
to kill myself to apologize for the stupidity of the people in our industry.
Wait a minute, though. I don't think they should be the enemy here. I mean, they're doing their job. They're doing a silly, stupid show, and that's their gig.
No, come on.
The gig here,
Come on,
the
I
President
did
of the United
silly-
States is
Look,
not doing his job.
I've done a silly, stupid show before.
Yes, you have.
Right. I've never done that.
Never that.
Never.
No, thank you.
Never.
Yes, regardless of that fact.
I mean,
which is
come
proven.
on.
What's your favorite
You grew
color?
up in Bellingham, Washington. I was in Helena, Montana. We didn't do radio like that.
No, come on.
I mean,
man.
come on.
What's your favorite color? Mr. President, what's your favorite color?
But what a surprise that it was red. I mean, how many of us are blown away by that? No kidding, Mr. President.
Wow.
But I mean, again,
Wow.
you could
What's your favorite song? What
To work out to.
What are they doing? What is their audience? 8?
But the favorite song to work out to is a very, I would say, a standard sort of entertainment question of, like, we're trying to relate to this president as a normal guy. Let's ask him the normal things that he does.
Okay,
the red or green thing, I will
Can
say.
I tell you something? That happens to me all the time. I think of this all the time. All the time. Pat and I will be in a conversation with some people that we just like, so what's your favorite color? All the time.
All the time.
I
the
just
other
said
thing that goes through my mind a lot is, what's your favorite superpower? If you were to have a superpower, what kind would it be, Mr.
What is the
President?
point of this interview, though, from the radio perspective? You're supposed to not, like, their job is not to ask him about Medicare details. Their
yes,
job
that's true.
they're supposed
That's
to
true.
ask relatable,
you
dumb
can't
questions,
find
right?
anything that
We're
is
looking for the word relatable there.
Relatable.
Well, the
what's your
workout
favorite
question would-
What's your favorite superpower?
Right, silly or relatable. I would say relatable is the workout
Didn't he say
question.
something else, too, besides flying that wasn't a superpower?
Yeah, he said the ability to speak all languages, which is not a
that's not a
superpower at all. That's
superpower,
just
Mr.
being
President.
smart.
What is that, language man? Language man. I can speak Swahili and French. What are you talking about?
That is the crappiest superhero I've ever heard of. I can't fly or beat anybody up, but I can say it in Swaziland.
I am foreign language man.
Man, if we just had somebody to translate. Well, actually, he wouldn't make that sound because he would just have to walk in the front door. You'd have to call him. He'd say, I'm sorry, Mr. Language Man is busy right now. He can't.
You're not a superhero when your iPhone can do what you're describing. That's not a superhero quality. But the point here, though, is that Obama knew going in this is what he was going to get.
Yeah. They probably
it's
submitted.
on the campaign.
I'll bet you $100 they submitted all the questions
Well, can
and
I
he
ask you a
approved them
question?
before they asked.
Can I ask you a question? Was this edited when they said, "What's your favorite color?" And he's like, "Red."
It does sound edited because that one clip we talked about where the foreign language man is not in there. So this is
it's edited. It's definitely edited.
Yeah, this is I think
no. This was edited, but was the answer edited?
Don't know
because
don't know.
You
they took
asked
some
the
of his
question
answers
like,
out.
"What's your favorite color?" The average adult, anybody who has the brain power over 8 says
blue. Obviously,
they're like, "What? What's my what?"
Yeah, no, yeah. You're gonna pause.
You're gonna pause for a second, like.
Mm-hmm.
The hell am I on the phone with? I'm the president of the United States. Who am I on the phone with?
Yeah.
Wait, is Brian Williams too busy today? I mean, here's a guy that's so pathetic right now. He has turned to Entertainment Tonight, People Magazine, and KOB-FM in Albuquerque, New Mexico to do interviews. You can't even go to the guys who are complicit with you over at MSNBC and do an interview?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Seriously?
Yeah, and he's...
Well, that's the thing that kills me is that the media is so in the bag for him. So in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even Newsweek is they're trying something new. They're like, what do you think? Maybe somebody will buy our stupid magazine if we say Obama's not so great. I mean, that's their new cover. That's the first, and it's shocking to people. This is how far we've gone. It's shocking that some national news media outlet is coming out and saying he's not so great.
Yeah.
It's shocking. That's news in and of itself.
Yeah.
And he still can't do interviews with them. He's like, they'll ask me too many tough questions.
Yeah, and if he's going to do radio now, hey, we've got Top 40 background. All three of us sitting here have Top 40 background. Come on our show, which, we won't ask you what your favorite color is. We might ask you actually about some of your policies. But if we're so incredibly wrong... And you're doing radio interviews anyway. This is a chance to clear everything up.
Don't you hang your head in shame that your moment was, I just flirted with the president of the United States. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Aren't you ashamed? Didn't your mother and your father just go, wow, I raised an idiot.
I love whoever the third one is on there, though, the third character on the show.
Oh, that's their danger boy, I'm guessing, or street geek, or
whatever.
Somebody who goes out.
He sounds so nervous asking this question. He sounds like he's going to cry in the middle of it.
Because this is unbelievable.
Is he going to be accessible for questions other than to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight?
I wouldn't assume that if he's in a local market that the reporter's questions will be any less serious.
Okay, so that's your Obama spokesman saying that, hey, there's nothing wrong with doing local radio interviews.
Yeah.
Those are going to be hard-hitting, too. Mm-hmm. And then here's your example.
Hello,
Hey.
Mr. President.
How's it going, guys?
Our big question is red or green?
Red. Although every once in a while, green is solid.
What's your favorite New Mexican food?
Now, if we were to visit Chicago, what would you recommend if I wanted to go eat some really good soul food?
Mr. President,
We got to get to the danger boy or whoever this third guy is. Come on.
I got to get to. I don't ask this many food-related questions.
wanted to know, we're a pop music station. What's your favorite song to work out to?
That's great.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I think the whole flying thing is pretty good.
Me too.
I want
have something in common.
Yeah,
This is a parody of smart people. This is a parody of this is a commercial on how bad radio has become. That's what this is. Morning radio has just become so, and believe me, I've done bad morning radio for most of my career. So I know bad. I am your king. Bad radio.
We're
people.
poster children for bad morning radio.
Bad morning radio. Holy cow, this is bad. This is bad. I want the actual raw audio. Can we get the raw audio? I got to play the whole raw.
Yeah, we need to.
I want to hear his. I have to hear, at least, does he at any point recognize, even just with a tip of the hat to some smart person listening, like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Right, a little self-deprecating, self-questioning thing.
They're like, what am I doing? I'm the president of the United. The world is on fire. And I'm like, but green is pretty solid.
Well, there's two things pretty interesting, I think, about this when you really think about the strategy. One is they've abandoned going after smart people. They're now just saying, all right, this isn't going to work. Let's go after the dummy vote and hope we can win that way. Well, that's number one. And number two is, why does the president's campaign think he needs to do any interviews in New Mexico? If something in their internal polling is showing New Mexico is up for debate, they're in serious trouble.
Yeah, especially Albuquerque.
Yeah,
are you telling me you can't win Albuquerque and its surrounding area? If you can't, you are in trouble. I mean, big trouble.
Why did he do that? Seriously,
I don't know.
Why did he do
like
that?
Stu said, maybe there's some internal polling that shows he needs to be shored up.
He beat John McCain. Now, John McCain, is from the state next door. He beat John McCain by 15 points in New Mexico in 2008. If there's something in the polling that's saying that this one's a little nervous. Let's do a couple interviews there to shore that one up. That's a serious problem for the Obama campaign.
It makes me want to move to New Mexico. Because if this is the interview that helps him, let me just go real quickly to cut 470, please. Listen to this. This is Stephanie Cutter.
Romney this week had two news conferences. President Obama had zero. As a matter of fact, the president hasn't had any news conferences for nearly 2 months. When should we expect one?
Well, the president was talking to reporters on the ground in Iowa. Do you think that that's less important than talking to somebody like you? Everywhere the president goes, he's talking to reporters.
Well, I think it's in addition to.
And I think it's important. He's traveling the country. We're running for re-election. Iowa is a critical state. We're going to spend our time talking to media all over this country. And I don't think
Entertainment
you can say
Tonight,
that the
People Magazine, he did that as well. Are they more important than the national news media?
I don't think that they're more important, but I think they're equally important.
Glenn Beck.
Mercury.